When you see a happy cow smiling on a package of cheese, or a little red barn on a package of deli meat, what does it make you think or feel? Imagery is a powerful tool for food marketing, especially for meat, dairy, and eggs. But does this branding match reality? Not so much. Here are 4 common visuals used to sell the pastoral fantasy versus reality. Misleading visual number 1, the traditional barn. The image of a small, sometimes red barn is prominent in the marketing of meat, dairy, and eggs. But the reality is that 99% of animal products in North America today come from concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs. These large, often windowless warehouses hold thousands of animals and operate more like factories than farms. The barn imagery used on labels is more often a symbol of times past, not a representation of industrialized farming today. Misleading visual number 2, grassy pastures for all. Images of green fields and grassy hills are also used in the marketing of meat, dairy, and eggs, sometimes accompanied by bright sunshine and blue water. While these visuals suggest that animals are outdoors and in nature, most of these animals don't have that kind of access to the outdoors. This is especially true for the majority of egg-laying hens and chickens farmed for meat, many of whom rarely see daylight, never mind touch grass. Misleading visual number 3, green instead of brown. The color green is often used to market products as natural and healthy, but when it's utilized on labels for meat, dairy, and eggs, it's not so accurate because the reality is much browner. Industrial animal farming produces a lot of waste, around 1.4 billion tons of manure each year. While beef cattle may spend part of their lives on pastures, about half are eventually sent to dirty and cramped feedlots, a far departure from the serene green landscapes depicted in marketing. Misleading visual number 4, happy cows and other cartoon animals. To avoid the unpleasant realities of industrial farming, some brands resort to using cartoon representations of animals, but these visuals sanitize the truth, which is that the majority of farm animals live in overcrowded and unsanitary conditions and show visible distress. Marketing and labeling of meat, dairy, and eggs relies heavily on idyllic imagery to sell the farming fantasy. In reality, industrial agriculture doesn't make for pretty pictures, and the real images are far from appetizing. See the full story on sentientmedia.org.